Once in the time of our before-time ancestors, there were two Chamoru chiefs, one of whom lived in Tuman and was called Masangån-ña. He was tall and strong, and his deep bronze skin glistened in the sunlight when he flexed his muscles. And this he did often, for he was proud to be known as the strongest man on the island of Guam. But villagers began to tell stories about another Chamoru chief, who too performed great feats of strength. Inquiring about this chief, Masangån-ña was told that his name was GEDA, and that he lived in the village of Interesånte. Then he was told that GEDA was as strong and handsome as anyone on the island of Guam. This was an unbearable thought for Masangån-ña, so he decided to go to Interesånte and challenge GEDA. In full battle dress, he began to run with the speed of the wind of a winter pagyo. But no typhoon was ever as angry as Masangån-ña as he raced through the jungle. Masangån-ña arrived at Interesånte at sunset, and on the beach he met a man cooking fanihi for his supper. "Where is this great chief of Interesånte who is so strong that he can fight with me?" The stranger answered, "Half a day, friend. Bring me a coconut and eat with me. Later, I will take you to our great chief." Masangån-ña spun around and grabbed the trunk of a coconut tree with his left hand, and with one shake, all the coconuts fell to the ground like a shower of giant raindrops. Masangån-ña selected the largest one and handed it to the stranger. The stranger, not intimidated by this display of strength, accepted the coconut and held it between his thumb and forefinger and, quick as a wink, crushed it in two. As the shattered coconut fell to the ground at Masangån-ña's feet, he stared at it in disbelief and began to think, if this man is so strong, how much stronger must his chief be? He then looked up at the stranger and said, I have changed my mind, friend. I shall not fight against your chief today. We had better arrange the battle for another day. Would you kindly take me back to Tuman in your canoe, which looks so sleek and so fast?" The stranger answered, "With pleasure." Silently, they walked down to the sea side by side. Each took a seat in the canoe, and each took a tilos and began to paddle. And with each stroke, their paddles dug deeper and deeper into the water because they weren't moving, and they weren't moving because they were paddling in opposite directions. Then suddenly, with a roar like 1,000 thunderclaps, the canoe broke into two parts. Thinking a tropical storm was about to engulf them, Masangån-ña paddled as fast as he could and didn't look back until he was near Talafofo Bay. And when he did look back, he found that he was paddling only half of the canoe. And off in the distance, disappearing around Interesånte, paddling the other half of the canoe, was the stranger. And who was the stranger? It was GEDA, the chief of Interesånte himself. When GEDA arrived at his home, the cave at Interesånte, he wrote the whole story down on the walls where he could read it over again and again and laugh and laugh. And so, when you visit the caves at Interesånte to look at GEDA's petroglyphs, which tell the whole story as I just told it to you, be still and listen. And if you hear someone laughing, it may be the great chief GEDA rereading his story about the strong man of the north, Masangån-ña, and the battle that never took place at Interesånte.